Let's go now to this gentleman over here on our right, and your question, please.
Thank you very much. My name is Abbas Qureshi. I'm currently a part-time Toronto Parks and Rec worker. I've done numerous social volunteering, and my question is, depending on ODSP is not the way to go. I'm 33 years old. It's time for me to get a full-time job. I do a lot of part-time work, and I'm working during this election, and I really want to find somewhere where I can challenge myself and be respected by many workers. Thank you very much.
Okay, candidates, Mr. Rossi, you're first.
Well, I can only salute what you've said. I think that sums it up beautifully. And again, goes back to what I learned from Bill. Bill works in a factory where he sweeps the floor. He's never missed a day. He's never been late. His employer sees him as a gem and as an example to every single employee in that plant. And I'm sure that you would provide exactly the same kind of example to the workers around you. So keep at it. I salute you.
Mr. Smith.
Well, I agree with Rocco. I think he has said it well. I'll just add one word, or one line rather, which is that the city employs 45,000 people, and in a city as diverse as ours, we need our city government to do a better job of reflecting the face, not just the face, but the nature of our city. And one of the best pieces of news is there's going to be a lot of retirements at the city over the next number of years because they have an aging workforce, and we have to be much more determined than we have been so far. Not just policy, but progress that is tangible and that you can count towards making sure that we have a more diverse workforce. And the fact that you're working already for the city but part-time means you're 1 foot in the door, and we need to find a way to make sure that you get that other foot in the door so that you can't just be partially employed, but that you can be financially self-sufficient, which I'm sure is what you really, really, really want.
Sarah Thomson.
If I had a hat on right now, I would tip it to you. So I just want to say that we need to open up the city, but we also need to bring innovation and technology. There's so much out there for the blind. There's all this stuff that is out there, and we haven't brought it into the city. The city also has to set the example for business. Businesses can be using this technology, but I think the city sets the example. And it has to bring ideas to businesses as well in sharing ideas.
Giorgio Mammoliti.
I think that it's important that we support anyone that wants to work full-time. And I think it's important that the policies and legislation get changed in order for that to happen. One of your particular restrictions, I think, isn't just about a job that might be available for you that you can do. Okay, it really is about insurances. Those in the private sector worry that their insurance will skyrocket if they hire somebody with a disability. We've got to change that piece of legislation that stops insurance companies from doing that. We've got to also talk about workers' compensation and how high the fees are for employers if they want to hire someone with a disability. Those are things, little things, that we can change to make a big difference, even with the City of Toronto. And for me, I too want to applaud you. I want all of you to visit Irresistible Cakes in this city. It's a wonderful organization that has every employee.
Thank you, Mr. Mammoliti.
Who has a disability.
That's time, Mr. Mammoliti.
It makes the best cakes in the
Joe
city.
Pantalone. Joe Pantalone.
First of all, I congratulate and applaud you. However, you should know that if Council Ford becomes mayor, if George Smitherman becomes mayor, if Rocco Rossi becomes mayor, you won't have a job to aspire to full-time because they want to contract out those jobs with the private sector. And if you do that, what that means, the private sector is not exactly as advanced as the city is in terms of giving people opportunities. Because our bottom line is not the mighty dollar, our bottom line is the mighty public good. So therefore, frankly, be careful of those people who give you nice words but really want to take away your job and your future possibilities of working for the city, for you as many others.